Hi everyone, I'm Mihoko for Hey Singapore.
And I'm Sean, hi. So today we're going to be looking at Dutch university colleges.
So, why Holland and why university colleges?
Well, if you're looking for an overseas university option, as our children were just a few years ago, you may be looking at places like the UK, the US, Australia, but of course those options can be quite expensive. So imagine if there was a place where you could study for a good degree at a top university in English at a reasonable price. That's why it's worth looking at Dutch university colleges.
So, what are they?
Well, university colleges are actually quite recent in Holland, as they were introduced in 1997, and each university college is part of a larger research university. So, for example, Amsterdam University College is part of University of Amsterdam, and like a regular university, they award honours degrees. But rather than specific subjects like a Dutch research university or a university in the UK, they focus more on liberal arts and sciences programs like in the US, and these courses are taught in English. So they can be a good choice for students who haven't quite decided what they want to study and they'd rather study something that's broader because the curriculum is really varied, and you can usually choose from a huge range of subjects, from climate change to artificial intelligence to globalization and everything in between.
Both our children applied for university colleges in Holland. So we'll focus on 4 university colleges that they considered. And those 4 university colleges are Amsterdam University College, Utrecht University College, Erasmus University College, and Leiden University College. So, what are Dutch university colleges are actually like?
Well, let's start with Amsterdam University College. So one benefit with AUC is that it's located pretty close to Amsterdam city centre, and it's just across from the science facilities of Amsterdam University. So if you're interested more in the science side, it can be a convenient place to study.
So another plus is that the dormitory of AUC is offered for 3 years for the students, which is very unusual in Holland. Their dormitory is like really nice. One type is like a studio apartment with it was very nice. It was with an ensuite bathroom, and you have even your own kitchen, and it was pretty big. The cost of dormitory was very reasonable compared to the ones in the UK. Another option is Utrecht University College.
So whereas AUC is pretty close to Amsterdam city centre, Utrecht is quite different. It's in a more suburban area, it's very leafy, it's a very beautiful campus. So it would be good for a student who wants to have a bit of open space, a nice environment, but it's not that close to a city centre.
And the dormitory was actually inside the campus, yeah?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It was not as impressive as Amsterdam University College's dormitory, but still the room itself was very big. Right? We had to take a bus from the main station of Utrecht to Utrecht University College, and Utrecht University itself is kind of right next to the University College. It's a suburban area, but the town of Utrecht was very nice. It has a canal area, and it has like restaurants along canal, and it was such a lovely town. I really liked it.
It's like a very kind of classically historic Dutch town, and I think most of the students can cycle into the town from the campus, so it's not that far away.
Another option is Leiden University College, or LUC.
So the first thing to note about LUC or Leiden is that it's not actually in Leiden, it's actually in The Hague, so Holland's capital, which is close to Leiden.
And the Leiden University College is right next to the central station of Hague. It was very close, like 1 minute.
As soon as you walk out the station, you'll see the college on the right-hand side. Because it's in The Hague, it has a lot of links with kind of government and organisations like the United Nations. So if you're interested in kind of government or politics, economics, it's probably a good place especially to consider.
University of Leiden is not in Hague. So if you want to use the facilities of University of Leiden, you will need to take a train or bus to go to Leiden. The dormitory of University College Leiden was probably even better or equivalent to University College Amsterdam. It's a studio type, and it was massive. Again, with your own kitchen, with the bathroom. You can even put the queen size bed. You can put the dining table and chairs. You can still put the study desk and chair. So it was pretty self-contained, very nice apartment type dormitory.
Yeah, and the location is good. I mean, it's close to the kind of town centre of The Hague, and you've got lots of galleries and museums, and a lot of famous paintings there. And it's a very it's a nice location to be based.
And you can go to the sea, no?
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but there's a coastal town near the Hague. Yeah, so there's a bit of beach that you can enjoy there.
The water is very cold though in Holland.
I wouldn't swim there.
Not so much like a beach life, but I think you're quite close to the sea.
Yeah.
A fourth option is that both our children applied for is Erasmus University College.
And Erasmus is actually right in the downtown centre of Rotterdam. So if you're interested in studying in a city that is multicultural, very modern, very international, then it is a very good option to consider.
Erasmus University College is really in the town center, and they have brand new dormitory just opened a few years ago. This Erasmus University College's dormitory is a studio type bed area, which is mostly loft, and you have the small kitchen and you have your own bathroom. Do you have that in England?
Yeah, I mean, not in that kind of location. I mean, you step out of that place and you see this, you're in the downtown market and all the local shops, and it's very, very good.
Yeah, and I think that shows Dutch government has rich fund to put into this university education, and even overseas students can receive this benefit, which is really great.
So when Kai and I visited Erasmus a couple of years ago, it was very clear then that they have a very strong emphasis on what they call problem-based learning. So it's really small group discussions where you look at a topic in detail from different perspectives, and if you're interested in that kind of learning, then it would be a good option for you.
Rather than having a huge lecture room with lots of students, you have a lot of small seminars and small sized classrooms. The campus itself tends to be quite small. You don't have massive land campus type university, but if you want to focus on a small group study, I think it's very good environment.
So that's just a quick overview of the four that we had considered before with our children, but there are several others like Maastricht and Groningen, and so do check their websites for these various university colleges, because their application procedures and requirements may be quite different.
So, what is the application process like? First, you must register Studielink, which is the Dutch government student registration system. Then, the individual university will contact you for their process of application. University colleges are selective programs, so they require higher GPA than ordinary university courses in Holland. You will need to submit your estimated or final result of curriculum you are studying at the last 2 years of high school, such as IB, A-levels, and AP. They usually require 2 to 3 references from your teachers, report cards of the last 3 years of your secondary school. Some university colleges require a short essay or motivation letter. After the first screening, the successful applicants will proceed to an interview, which is done online. Deadline for university colleges for the students from non-EU or EEA countries is around early December to February, depending on the school. Application fee for most university colleges is free of charge. What is the minimum score? As university colleges are selective schools, their minimum scores would be higher than ordinary Dutch universities. I would say if you have IB 35 or equivalent, you should be able to get in. If your score is lower, it's still worth trying if you have at least IB score of 30 or above. Again, ordinary courses of Dutch universities are very generous to accept the lower score holders. So if your IB score is below 30 or equivalent, you can still apply to other Dutch universities' courses, and you will have a good chance to get in somewhere. It's a good deal as many Dutch universities have very high reputations and ranked high in the World University Ranking, but relatively easier to get in compared to the same level of universities in the UK or the US. How much is the tuition fee? The tuition fee of university colleges in Holland are a lot lower than those UK or US universities. Annual tuition fee of university colleges for EU or EEA students is around 4,000 euro, and students from other countries is around 12,000 euro. If you apply for ordinary courses of Dutch universities, tuition fees are slightly cheaper. Okay, so that's an overview of the application process.
So we hope that was useful. In the near future, we'll be adding another video about the UK university application process using UCAS. So look out for that.
Okay, see you at the next video.
See you.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like down below and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.